Hey everyone, Davey here. Before you dive into today's episode, I just want to quickly acknowledge the fact that we ran into some technical issues with our microphones for our guest Elliot today. The audio quality is not always the best. However, we've done our best to recover it, and it's a great conversation with Elliot from Checkpoint Gaming on Joy 94.9. Please forgive us and enjoy.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Hello, I'm Davey.
Hello, I'm Mitch.
And we are
The Bargain Bin Gamers. And this is the podcast and YouTube show where we put the gay in gaming.
whilst also looking after your hip pocket. And that YouTube part is a wee bit of a lie.
Yes, we don't really do YouTube anymore. We might have to take that out.
We went from being podcast, YouTube show, and Twitch stream to, well, we couldn't be bothered Twitch streaming anymore.
I've never Twitched.
Now we're just podcasting. I mean, yeah, by next week we'll just be, I don't know, an apparition.
A wisp on the ale house next door.
A whisper. And the reason why I enjoy watching you squirm is because we have a guest today.
We do.
We do have a guest. Would you like to introduce our guest, Mitchell?
Well, I mean, why doesn't our guest introduce himself a little bit? He's an acclaimed...
What, you forget his name or something?
No, I know Elliot's name, but I don't know all of his accolades. I know that he's the fabulous host of Checkpoint on Joy FM. It's Elliot.
It's Joy 94.9. You don't say Joy FM.
Is it not a Joy FM?
Exactly. The joy is there. And the joy was there because we joined you on Joy recently. And so we thought, well, let's return the favor and get you back with us.
I said no like a lot, but reluctantly I did eventually come into your studio.
Twisted your arm. Our studio. A bold of you to assume that this is our studio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I like it in here.
I know.
Good vibes. There's like a canyon between us.
For those who aren't watching because we don't do YouTube anymore, Davey is sitting on the complete opposite side of the
really
room,
far away
which
from
is
you,
quite
my friend.
hilarious. So it's almost looking like we're doing like a job interview, which is quite fun.
Exactly. Do the Patreon plug.
Yes. Well, Davey skipped ahead, so allow me to just quickly do the Patreon plug. So before we begin, even though we have begun, we would like to give a big shout out to the show's associate producers,
Sam Johnson and May M.
Sam Johnson and May M. That is the two of them, two peas in a pod.
I don't know how many more things we can say about Sam and May, except that I'm actually going to be seeing May in a few weeks.
Oh my God, hell yeah.
Yeah, because we run a little, like a professional pride network for the industry that we both work in.
Oh.
And so I'm going to be seeing May very soon, and we're going to be doing little like pride drinks and coffees in the morning at a conference for all the gays that work in our industry. So cannot wait to see you, May.
Very excited.
Yes, please don't cancel your credit card on the Patreon.
Please.
And remember, if you would like, I've forgotten where I am. If you would like to keep this and other BQN Network podcasts coming to you every single week, why don't you sign up to be a patron at patreon.com/BQN.
And if Patreon isn't your thing, the best way you can help us is by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your preferred platform. It helps others find the show and love us.
And love us.
And if you don't, get off my podcast. No, I'm joking. Please stay.
Look at you trying not to swear because I bleep the swearing now.
Yes. Trying not to swear. We're a family-friendly, fork and spoon raspberries. Gosh darn
I
it.
wasn't allowed to swear.
Oh, you can swear. I'm just going to bleep you.
So, depends on how much...
Because Claude AI told me that putting explicit on the show is hurting our SEO.
If you annoy Dave, if Dave annoys you too much, just start swearing a lot because it gives you more work to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Elliot, welcome. Officially welcome to the Bargain Bin Gamers. Like, it's actually been a while since we've had a guest here in the Bulldog with us.
When was the last time we had a guest?
Probably, what was his name? Vanguard Exiles guy.
Oh, Seth.
Sethy Bear.
Daddy Seth.
Daddy Seth.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're listening.
Yeah, exactly. And he will be because he really likes you.
Still have his shirt and his signed Magic the Gathering card. But
Yeah, so we're very happy to have Elliot here. As we said, and as we've spoken about, we were very honoured to be invited to be on Checkpoint Gaming on Joy 94.9, which is, how would you describe Checkpoint?
Well, we're a video game show, but we're very queer. So there is some similarities already forming between this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we've been around for 12 years now.
Wow.
The whole idea is just, gaming wasn't queer enough. It wasn't gay enough. So we wanted to be those people. And now we've built up a team of I don't know, about 20 of us who are just working towards a cause of just trying to make things more diverse and fun and celebrating this hobby we all love, which is gaming. So
There you go.
That's who we are, I suppose.
You've
And-
become the people you wanted to be.
Yeah, it feels very high and mighty. Trust me, we just kind of have fun. We're all in it for the fun of it. But
Absolutely.
it feels good to be doing what we're doing.
Well, I mean, you can be as high and mighty as you want because you've got like an actual diehard, his queer journey in Melbourne started with you guys, basically. So
Oh,
that's the story.
I didn't tell the anecdote.
Tell the anecdote. I thought you'd already told him.
I was
Sorry.
so nervous about up on live radio.
Hey,
I
no
didn't
swearing.
I didn't say half the things I wanted to say.
Well, tell him. Go on.
I've loved Checkpoint for a very long time. It is one of my favorite things to listen to. And I always tell the story how in 2017, when I moved to Melbourne from Canberra, on the day I actually drove my car from Canberra to Melbourne, I was like, this is it. I live here. It was a Saturday afternoon. And I was driving in and I was trying to find a local station and Joy came up. And I was like, hang on, this is like a gay radio station. And Checkpoint was on. I was like, hang on, this is like a gay radio station with a gay show about gay video games on it. And I was like, oh my God, I've arrived at this. I'm home. This is where I'm meant to be. So literally my introduction to Melbourne, or at least queer Melbourne, was Checkpoint. And you messaged me on Instagram. I was literally like, Mitchell, they want us on.
It was pretty much exactly like that. So that's why you being like, oh, it's an honor for me to be here. No, it was an honor for us to be on your show. You are just now gracing us again with your presence.
Nothing more Melbourne than arriving and instantly discovering the gay scene.
Via Joy. We're going to get into the story of Checkpoint today. That's why you've joined us. But before we do that, we've got to do a little bit of what's been going on? What's been going on? What's been happening? Similar to what you do on Checkpoint, you talk a little bit about just what's been happening and what we've been playing lately. And I guess as the guest, we should start with you. Because I know you've been on a bit of a trip, and I don't know if you can talk too much about that.
I haven't talked about that on my own show.
Exclusive scoop.
Very happily accepted an offer to get taken over to LA and check out a video game by the name of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
So good.
Which was really cool. They took us to this movie studio that they decked out to look like the Batcave, no holds barred. It looked immaculate and incredible, and Lego Batman structures everywhere, and they sat us down and said, okay, here's the game. And so we, me and a bunch of other people who were sent out there got to play some Lego Batman and check it out ahead of release, and yeah, that was a really cool experience. And at the time of recording, I haven't even been back in Melbourne for a week yet, so it still feels very fresh and
a bit jet lagged, doll.
Yeah, there was an element to that.
Yeah.
Trying to recover from a 15-hour flight.
Yeah, rough.
But no, it was an incredible trip, and so glad I got to check out the title and chat to some of the developers at TT Games who were putting it together. And yeah, but I play 1,000,001 games. I booted up Vampire Crawlers this morning just because I'm like, I need something fresh to play. It was a very bargain bin gamer title.
It's $14 on Switch.
It's dirt cheap and just so good.
Love.
So and some Pokemon ROM hacks at the moment.
What
do you play?
We've done a whole episode on Pokemon ROM hacks.
I would also highly recommend Emerald Sea Glass if you like the old school looking Pokemon games. If you like the gold crystal visuals.
Hell yeah.
It's really good. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, that's the one we did a whole episode on.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, and you're not letting anything go before Checkpoint because this episode will not get published until after. Because I assume you're going to talk this about on Checkpoint tomorrow. This episode comes out on Tuesday. So
Really, David posted today. We have to post the scoop.
You thought you were going to hear this on Checkpoint first, did you?
Bargain Gamer exclusive.
So did you do any gaming on the way over? Do you have like a Steam Deck or a Switch or anything like that?
In the airport, I did, but no, I did not. I've got a Steam Deck, but I didn't bring it. I didn't bring my Switch either. Probably because I'm mad that I don't have a Switch 2 yet. And so, like,
What kind of video game radio show host are you?
Exactly.
So I mean, actually, yeah, I was. What I brought with me was a laptop. I've gone to school and I was playing Binding of Isaac: Repentance.
Oh, classic.
That's all right. That's okay. But anyway, Mitchell, what have you been playing?
Mitchell,
if you
I'm in
say
trouble now.
Pokemon again, I'm going to just...
Well, it's written in the document.
It's too far for me to come over there and do anything to
Okay,
you.
fine. I'll skip over.
Please, get ready to hit him.
I'll skip over the thing that I've been playing. He or shall not be named. I've been doing a little bit of work on my Pokemon game, which was fun. That's not the actual Pokemon, it's my own game.
Yeah.
And that's been really, really fun. I've been practicing like map making again, which has been really fun. But the main thing that I've actually been booting up, because I found it in my closet randomly, very gay, is I've been replaying Monster Hunter World. It's actually pretty good. I find it's got a bit of a steep entry curve, which is why I have thrown it in the back of my wardrobe. But I got it out and I had a little bit of time because I was really sick last weekend and I was kind of just like rotting to death on my couch, like slowly dying without.
That's why you didn't get an episode this week, by the way. Everyone.
Sorry, everyone. I was dying, and the only thing keeping me afloat was pseudoephedrine, and I had to go back to the chemist and get some more. And they put me on a
Iconic
watch
queer
list.
characters in game episodes, scripted and coming to you very soon.
It will be coming soon, I promise. But I played a lot of Monster Hunter World, and I got quite into it. I think it's really, really fantastic. I also highly recommend for our listeners. I don't know the YouTuber by the name, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. There's this incredible YouTube series called Monster Hunter World, like Geography or Live or something like that. And someone's made like an entire YouTube series based on like a David Attenborough style documentary of all the monsters in the game and how they like their CPUs operate without the player being around. It's absolutely fascinating and it got me so hooked on it. So I will continue to play because I have the DLC, which is like Iceborne. So like the extension, I will be playing it. I will come back to you and I'll let you know my review.
We'll have to try and find the details for that and put a link in because I don't know if anyone can find.
I'll find it
all those
now
vague details
while
you couldn't
Davey is.
remember.
I'll find it now, listeners, while Davey talks about his things because he's got
Are
a
you going
bunch
to
of
do that
stuff.
instead of paying attention to me?
Yeah, I do enough of that already.
Well, I've been doing all kinds of things. No, I've been keeping listeners on the journey of Pragmata, which I finished today. So Friday, working from home, things kind of wrapped up a little bit early. It was like, all right, I think I'm kind of near the end of this game. And funnily enough, I was. And neither of you have played was you've not played?
I've watched a lot of gameplay, though. It looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say a very... No spoilers, but very Capcom.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking Capcom RE Engine. Like, it's... If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean by that.
In the context of the ending of the game, I don't.
Well, I don't want to say anything more than that, but if anyone else knows what I mean by that, then you know. But no, I actually had the best time with this game. And as far as like a full price AAA single player game goes, it's a lengthy campaign. It's an interesting campaign. It's a great story. It looks incredible. It does something new with battling between like the hacking and like the over the shoulder shooting mechanics and all that kind of stuff with, traditional stuff like gameplay and different techniques that unveil themselves to you over time and add complexity to the game and so much extra stuff that you can go back and do. So it's like a whole complete package. It's fantastic. Like it's just a shitload of fun, but
you're going to have to bleep yourself, mate, by the way.
Yeah, like, no, shit.
Well behaved.
Yeah.
Shit stays in.
Doesn't count as explicit if we're saying shit.
Exactly. Yeah. One thing I will say, though, my stress levels playing this game.
Oh, really?
Like, because the combat is full on, the bosses, like some incredible boss battles, like really, really good boss battles, but like rage inducing at the same time.
Is it kind of going to like the Soulsborne, like style of gaming that's
No,
really
it's
taken it, where
It's
it's like
really fast paced and really
Right,
intense,
okay.
right? And so like, if
But
you
what
don't-
I'm saying is, like, does it give you kind of no room for error? It's like you have to be really good,
Yeah,
learn the rhythm of the
pretty
boss.
much, yeah.
like-
learn the
yeah.
rhythm of the boss, learn when they're going to attack, what they're going to do, all that kind of stuff. Probably not as difficult as like a Soulsborne game. Like,
Yeah.
once or twice you'll figure it out, and then you'll probably get the boss on the
Very
third
Capcom
time.
of them.
Very, yeah. If you know, you know. And so you got to try and do you doing like the hacking with like the what do you call it, like the triangle X square circle button on the PS5 controller, and then you're shooting the way you normally do in a third person shooter, whilst also dodging like really, really deadly attacks that can take you out in one hit. Like,
And in terms of like a new IP, like how do you think it goes, like trying to like launch itself as a new IP? Because this is the thing, we talk all the time about how there's like basically no new games half the time. It's all like remasters and remakes and stuff like that. This is like a brand new IP. Like, is it any good? Like
it'll
as
get
a brand new
it'll get
IP?
a sequel. I think it's done really, really well for them.
Yeah.
Again, we're not giving anything away. I'd be interested to see how they would do a sequel with the ending, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way.
This time it could be a woman and a little boy android.
woman.
That'll give the neckbeard something to really froth over.
I know. Let's not like dive back into that. The other one I've been playing is Mouse PI for Hire.
I wonder where we got introduced to that from.
Yeah, I am having a love-hate relationship with this game. I'm having a real love-hate relationship. So I got it on the Switch too, and I played it on my work trip to Brisbane last week. So I was playing it on the plane, in the hotel, all that kind of stuff. And it's good. But so, I mean, you weren't on your show last week, but I was listening to Luke and the gang last week talk about AA game, a little rough around the edges, but still really fun. This really falls into that category of a AA game. Like, it's in that $40 kind of price range, and it's good. But as a first-person shooter goes, it's got like a lot of like real mid 2000s kind of gameplay mechanics, like everything from like the way health is kind of in these weird little like things on the wall that you've got to collect, to the way a wheel comes up to select your weapon, which never works half the time.
That is a old school gaming thing that I didn't even think about until just now.
Plus, Switch 2 performance isn't great.
Do you reckon that's...
And it should be.
Yeah.
Because I played Cyberpunk on my Switch 2 from like 100% and did not have some of the performance problems I'm having on this game, which is filled with like 2D animations.
I feel like developers phoned it in now on Switch technology. There must be something about developing for that console that is different or more complicated or strange.
Nintendo's got it locked under like lock and key or something. Like they just don't they don't give him the ability to code onto it. But like Cyberpunk
But there are
worked
some
out
who
well.
are.
Yeah.
But even like Resident Evil Requiem, apparently Pragmata runs quite well on the Switch too. Indiana Jones is coming out soon. Everyone's saying that's working pretty well.
Is the developers behind it, they're like slightly like a smaller studio? Maybe they just don't have the manpower to like port everything over, because I can imagine the Switch is probably not exactly a one-to-one for,
Like, it's
PlayStation.
it's not terrible. It's perfectly playable, but like you notice like the frame rate started.
Yeah.
Like I was playing it this afternoon for a little bit, and literally it slowed to a crawl in one part where like this isn't even that bad.
Yeah.
And something about like the black and white graphics were making it like really difficult for me to see things. Like, and that's maybe just 42-year-old me talking. I was like, this game is giving me a migraine. Like,
I mean, it's got a beautiful like look to it. Yeah.
when it works, it looks great. I wish I'd gotten it on the PS5.
Yeah.
But like it's perfectly fine. I just wish it was a little bit better. Like, all the hand-drawn animation is beautiful. The voice acting's great. Yeah, and it is, when it's working, it's really, really fun to play. But then also it can be really rage-inducingly frustrating. Not like tough and stressful like Pragmata, but like I want to snap my Switch in half. I'm having such a bad time. I went on Blue Sky yesterday and just wrote in, I'm just going to say it, I'm not having fun playing Mouse PI for Hire.
You tell him, girl.
But there's been this like controversy online where, so like IGN gave it a 6, and because everyone hates everything IGN does, everyone was just like, stupid IGN, rah, rah, rah. But then like Nintendo Life gave it a 9, and I'm like, ooh. Like maybe a 7.5.
7.5.
7.5
Sweet medium.
will do. But yeah, if you get it, Elliot, like maybe get it on like PS5 or like PC or something like that.
I probably would get it. I play most shooters on my PC, so that probably is where I get it anyway. But to be honest, like watching trailers, I've been so hyped about this game, but when it came out and I heard that, the visuals really were the draw point for this and that the gameplay was kind of subpar, kind of put me off a little bit.
It's a bit style over substance. Yeah.
I really want that substance. That's what hooks me most. So I probably still will check it out eventually, especially because it's being published by a local publishing team. So.
We did see that here in Melbourne. And that's why I haven't wanted to like shit too much over it.
Of course,
because there's like local talent behind it.
It is what it is.
It is
I mean,
what
it's
it is,
only good
yeah.
to give like good critique and stuff. And we're not shitting over the game or anything. It's just maybe it hasn't been ported as well, and maybe it was a little bit more style over substance. But it sounds like it's still got like some good gameplay elements.
I mean,
in
I'm
there.
still like I'm committed. I'm gonna finish the damn thing.
If you're concerned about shitting on local talent and you want to balance it out a little bit, a game by the name of Mixtape just released. And
That's been getting like great reviews. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, and you can't stream it because it's got all this like licensed like Devo and stuff like that in it. Yes, I saw that on the Switch store this morning, I think, and it's like 10% off at the moment. Bargain bin gamers. But yeah, I'm curious. Anyway, that's what we've been up to.
Hang on.
Wait. Oh, what? Oh, you did your research.
I did my research, everyone. Look at me.
know.
High quality podcaster. Watch out.
Yeah.
And I was paying attention at the same time. Look at me. My mum said that I couldn't multitask. And unfortunately, Jody is right. I can't.
You can't.
I have
I know you
ADHD and I
can't.
can't do that. Now,
I'm your best friend, remember?
just to quickly go back to what I was saying, go back. Look at me with my words. The Monster Hunter documentary is called The Biology of Monster Hunter Wilds. Full documentary by Curious Archive. Goes for an hour and 17 minutes. Fantastic to have on in the background. Currently has 1.3 million views, and they're making more on it as well. So I highly recommend our listeners to go ahead and check it out. I will leave the link in the show notes at the bottom. And when I say I mean Davey will. But it really, really has me hooked. And I'm a big
Would
fan
you
of...
even know how to do that?
No idea. Davey doesn't give me the... You make it sound like you give me the login to anything. You can't make fun of me for not knowing how to do it if you don't give me the tools.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with us after we've moved on from the topic.
You
but-
told me to do the research. Ugh, what a hater. Go and have another beer, maybe then you calm down.
Exactly. I know, and they didn't have my normal beer tonight.
Oh, Davey's furious, everyone.
But we are here today we want to dive into the origin story, if you will. We'll call it the origin story because I've called the document here the story of Checkpoint, or the Checkpoint story.
Could be Checkpoint Origins.
The Checkpoint Origins, and we've got part of the Checkpoint team here. Lukey Poo couldn't join us this evening. Lukey Poo, we do make sure he listens then. But we've got the wonderful Elliot here to talk all about the origin story of Checkpoint. So I guess let's start right there. How did this 12-year journey begin?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, to be frank, Lukey Poo was the pioneer behind all of this, right? So I am kind of speaking on his behalf now. So I've been at Checkpoint for about 10 and a half years now.
Right.
But I also work at the radio station that Checkpoint launched on. So Joy is a LGBTQIA plus radio station, and they've been running for about 33 years now. And they want to be a station for the queer community, for the local community, but also to tune into what the LGBTQIA plus community loves and their hobbies and their passions. And they never had a video game show. And I think it was also at a time where, the idea of a video game show on a radio station was a bit like, well, that's very niche. Do people even want to listen to that? And then you start thinking about it. And to be honest, queer people use video games as a lot of escapism. Queer people love living another life. They love character creation. The amount of stories I've heard about, trans people kind of discovering their identity by creating a character that they feel is them, more so than maybe what they're projecting to the world. And it's like you realize that what video games can mean to some queer people is incredibly meaningful. So you bring that idea to a station like Joy, and really the rest is history. So Luke kicked it off. It was him and a gentleman by the name of Kevin, who I was going to say he's no longer with us. I just mean not at Checkpoint. Really morbid.
We miss you, Kevin.
Rip Kevin. Shout out.
Ale.
So like episode one of this thing was met with so much kind of love. And the team around the Joy Studios were playing Mario music and bouncing up and down around the studios to celebrate the kind of show launch. And, you know, since then, we've been met with so much kind of, I was going to say adoration. It's probably too strong of a word, but people really respond well to the program, and been able to take it national with Community Radio Network as well. And we've been able to launch a website that has developed legs of its own and is available in places like Metacritic. And yeah, we're just loving what we've been able to create as a group of gay people just wanting to put something out there that was unlike what else we were hearing. Because everything else was a bunch of straight dudes. That's it. Talking about video games. And that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
We also needed the other side of the coin. We needed the balance. We needed to hear the other stories.
Representation matters, you know what I mean?
Representation matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think about like going back to even just like playing games online in the early 2000s and finding my first gamer group online, right? Like, because gaming did feel like this predominantly very straight male, kind of aggressive towards gay culture and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, that was part of the reason why that drive into Melbourne and hearing, oh my God, there's a queer video game show on this. Like, I've found my place.
Yeah, and we're also in an evolving industry, right? Gaming is still a very young medium.
yeah.
So 12 years ago, like the difference I've seen from then to now is already, you know, quite shocking. Yes, you know, gay people, women especially have it hard online, especially in online games and open microphones and whatnot. You know, somebody catches a whiff of a gay twang to your voice, it's over, you know. But I have been playing those online games since then, and I've noticed a remarkable difference in that. And it's not to say that the errors are gone, but, you know, things are improving.
Yeah.
The amount of female protagonists in games is evolving, and we are seeing much, much more of it, and much less of that really toxic macho attitude of, no, okay, I don't want to play as a girl, or, you know, it's there's been these evolutions that we're watching, that it's like, yes, this is exactly what we wanted and what we're hopefully pushing for, and, you know, just want to be part of that even just a tiny puzzle piece in this gigantic puzzle that is helping to make gaming feel a bit more inclusive.
Well, you're exactly right. Like the gaming industry is very, very young, and even from when we were all a little bit younger, maybe some of us were a bit younger more recently than others.
That was so unnecessary, but go on and make your point.
I'm going to make my point. But gaming itself has become only more inclusive as time goes on, and it's changing in a rapid rate. Maybe not as quick as some of us might want to. I wish it would be a little bit more inclusive. But by having places like Joy, Bargain Gamer, what have you, by making these queer spaces and letting our voices be heard, having our dollars be spent and things like that, it's making the game industry change. And you can say you're only a drop in the bucket, but that's a big drop when you reach so many people. So I think it's pretty important, realistically, especially for like really the only gay radio station that does gaming that I've ever heard of. You're the only one.
No, but I remember, and one of the things I loved when I first heard it is, I mean, I've always enjoyed that kind of like appointment video game program where you tune in and you listen to, like, I back in the day, I watched Good Game on the ABC. Like, everyone used to love watching that, right? And even when I grew up in the 90s, there was, and for the life of me, there used to be like a video game show on like a Saturday morning, and oh God, it's going to drive me wild. Like, but it even takes me back to like getting the magazines. Like, I used to love getting video game magazines once a month, and I would get Megazone, and I would get Hyper and N64 Gamer. But like, I just love getting those and like flipping through them and reading the articles and hearing the interviews and the perspectives of the editors and all that kind of stuff. And so being able to tune into something like Checkpoint, but it also be filled with queer voices is incredible. And that was part of the reason why we wanted to do Bargain Bin Gamers as well. I mean, one was to drink beer and just be silly on it on a microphone. But secondly as well was just like, hey, it's the same sort of thing, right? Like, maybe someone will hear, these people are like me. I can hear my own voices in this. So Lukey Poo started it, and I'm going to keep calling him that. When did you come into the picture? Like, how did you come into the picture?
So I approached them. I
Okay.
basically submitted a resume.
You begged.
I'm like,
I get it.
this is, knowing that Checkpoint existed, I didn't see a future that I wasn't heavily involved in. and I probably approached it so aggressively. Luke at the time would have been like, who the hell is this? But I was like, hello, fresh out of university, like just studied media and journalism.
Yeah.
Video game obsessed, already knows and loves joy in the content, saw what Checkpoint was doing, specifically in this moment, expanding to web content as well. It was something I was very much wanted to get involved in. In fact, like if you had asked me like throughout my university course, like what I wanted to do for a career, I would have told you, I would tell people one of two things. I want to, be a web editor or a radio producer. But I didn't really see that second one as an option because radio, it's not like this brand new thriving industry. You know what I mean? How many people can be full-time radio producers? Like
Exactly. Yeah.
none. But I saw what Checkpoint was doing, and I'm like, well, I need a slice of that pie. Like, I need to get involved in this thing. And I do like launching myself headfirst into things, probably too aggressively, and just being like, so have you considered this? Or here's what I can bring to the table.
I have notes.
Yeah.
But I pretty quickly got involved, like, very heavily. And, it very much is a passion thing, right? Like, you mentioned all of these magazines or TV shows or whatnot, right? And they don't exist anymore. In fact, we're seeing gaming media basically shut down all around us.
Yeah.
And it is kind of ironic that the places that stick around are when it's like just a bunch of gays being like, no, I actually refuse.
Oh, yeah.
I will still be around.
Oh, yeah. We don't even care if anyone listens to us. Like, we still come in here and do this every week.
It's for us. It's not for them.
Right. So it's been over 10 years now, and it's been, a third of my life, but it's a very meaningful portion of my life and what we've been able to achieve. And, it's certainly not about any levels of success or awards or anything, right? But when you get those moments and you realize you're touching people and you realize you're, somebody thinks you're making a difference, it just reinforces the whole point of why, we do what we do, is because we love doing it, but also other people love that we're doing it. And so that's enough,
Yeah. But you turned this into like a job though, right? Because this wasn't just coming in and presenting, because I know there's a lot of people who present on Joy, they just do their show and that's kind of right? Like, but you've turned this into a career.
And again, this is just me just going full force at things and just, you ask for forgiveness, not permission. Right?
Yeah.
So you just insert yourself, and that's kind of that's been my journey at the station now. Is that I run the station's content, so I've been able to turn it into a career because I wanted to, because I loved it, and I found out I was pretty good at it once you jump in and give yourself permission to try. Because I think everybody starts with a little bit of imposter syndrome, and nobody cares what I'm doing or what I'm trying to achieve here. But if you work hard enough, you push further through, and that's what I've managed to do so far at the station. Chances are I walk away from this interview, I find out I've lost my job.
No. No. You're incredible. And you were such a natural too. Like we were in awe because, like, again, little like, amateur podcasters here. We sat there and we're just like
hiding behind an editing
this
button.
Guy is in command of the room. He's got everything going on, all that kind of stuff. And we're like, we are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Do I have time to get some water going? You've got 5 minutes. It's like, no longer. I was like, there's an ad break. Quick, Davey, run. It was so good. But like that's so interesting to hear about, like the longevity of it as well. Like obviously you've not been there since its inception, but you've obviously made it into what it is. While you were working throughout it, was there a point where you really got to it where you were like, oh, this is really taken off?
It started off in a great spot, right? It was what it was, but it was two guys. So what we brought it into is something that is much, much bigger, and that project as a whole is still very much held by Luke, and he's been doing an incredible job. I've just been riding his coattails and just doing my best to involve myself where I can. But definitely, to answer your question, like that kind of moment of like when we realized that, okay, we've done something here. I think, oh God, I'm going to see if I can remember my dates. I think it was 2019, which is like a long time ago now. Oh, yeah. I know.
It's a lot further away than it feels like it should be.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
I remember when, we got nominated for this National Broadcasting Award, and then we won it. And that felt like a very surreal moment for us, but really rewarding. And it didn't go to our head straight away, but eventually. But what happened after that was that it kind of, we got more notice, and suddenly a network called the Community Radio Network invited us on to join their broadcasting platform, which is kind of like the community radio standard. And anybody on their network gets picked up by other networks who are like, oh yeah, I'll play that show on my station. Oh yeah, a queer gaming thing, that's very interesting. Like, I'll pick that up. I don't know where we're sitting now, but last I checked, 20 plus different stations across Australia played Checkpoint on their broadcast.
That's so cool.
And it's like, you just start really, and I remember I was running the very first, our debut episode that was on the Community Radio Network. Luke was conveniently absent and away for that episode. He had a very good excuse. I don't remember what it was. But the nerves I felt, it was like doing radio for the first time all over again. It's like, this has to be perfect, like to the T, like not a single or R between my words, like instant, like reactionary on the panel. Everything has to be smooth like butter. And yeah, I drove myself a little bit crazy, but getting through it, you just realize, oh no, it is what it's always been. Like, you put too much pressure on yourself, but really broadcasting is broadcasting, and we've achieved what we've achieved so far. And if people like us, great. If people don't like us, fine. But yeah,
We like you.
So in that 12 years, what are some of the standout moments? I mean, you kind of mentioned one of them right there, which was, taking the show onto the Community Radio Network. But what have been just some of the like standout memories and experience that you would have only had because you've been hosting Checkpoint on Joy?
That's a good question. I mean, I surprised myself that it does keep happening, right? Like, even recently, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we got invited to fly out to LA to check out a video game, which was really cool. But those kind of opportunities have only just started to happen, right? Like 12 years into the game, a good friend of mine, Charlie, who's also part of the Checkpoint team, she just got to go to Japan to check out a game. One of the other Checkpointers by the name of Edie is about to go to Singapore to check out a game. And I'm like, oh, people are flying us around places.
Okay, like, yeah, shit just got real.
Yeah. So that's another thing, right? Like, what I found is that you can get a level of success, accolades, whatever, listenership. Doesn't mean the money always follows. People are money. That's the hardest part about any of this, is trying to get people to financially support you.
Yeah,
Patreon.com/BQN, by the way.
Yeah. We love you, Sam and May. Don't go anywhere, please. Love you, please.
So when you spent 12 years developing these relationships, and a company turns around and goes, you know what, yes, we want you to be at this event, or this would be perfect for you, or come check out our thing. That is just another pinch me moment of, oh, okay,
Well, we're actually really serious, and being taken seriously. Yeah.
IGN, and we never will be.
Yeah.
But somebody somewhere.
Everyone hates IGN.
Yeah. And everyone loves you.
The comments in IGN. I don't even know why they still exist, but anyway.
Yeah, those comments.
I know. I used to love IGN.
You've made it.
True. Exactly. Yes.
But I probably the most kind of pinch me moments beyond those is the kind of more personal stuff and the anecdotes. So we go to PAX Australia, right? So we've gone there the last handful of years, and they set us up with a cute little booth, having incredible conversations at events like that. And the really interesting thing about radio and podcasting as well is that 99.9% of the listeners are not going to ring or text in. They just won't. That is just not how it works. And so there's something about radio that feels very invisible. You do not have an audience there. You do not have that instant gratification or feedback. So it sometimes feels very isolating, and you have those moments of, is anybody listening? Does anybody care? And then you go to events and whatnot, and people walk up to you and they tell you what the show means to them, or they give you an anecdote, or they reference something from like 5 years ago that you said once on a podcast, and you're like, oh God, like, yeah, this matters. I remember a mother and their child kind of coming up to us, and the child was too nervous to say anything, but the mum told us that, introduced us to the kid and said how, Checkpoint is their favorite show, and it's helped explain some things for them and their journey through their own sexuality and gender, and how it normalized some stuff, and how it helped them through a really dark period in their life.
There's a question in here, which is, why is it important? You've literally just answered it. So let's go further, which is, it's queer people doing queer things in public, in a public forum is what I should say.
But also in a really genuine way.
Being genuine, but existing positively, being happy is a surprisingly really powerful thing. And while you might not be like singing and skipping along with rainbows and everything, you're still talking about your passion and your, being la-di-da, but you're bringing like your passion to everyday listeners, and it's making them feel seen and heard. So I think that's incredibly touching. I can imagine that would be like a bit of a wow moment.
Yeah, we're pretty awesome.
Didn't go to his head.
Yeah, he was like, and I do skip along with rainbows.
Listen, what you do in your free time is none of my business. Don't do it in front of me.
Burst out of the Pride Center down there and feel like, God, it's great to be gay.
It's great to be gay. No, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's like, so the other thing that, that places like Bargaining Gamers does as well is that by being the front-facing figure, like, we can almost be the target of attacks, and so somebody else doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know about you guys, but we get it a lot. It's like,
when we do stuff on YouTube and all that,
Sure.
yeah.
It's interesting. It happens way more for our web content than our broadcast content. Probably because we're in a great little bubble where people have discovered us. And
And web stuff, it can just kind of sneak out of its the containment every now and then.
Who knows who shares it where, right? And we tried to track where some of our more kind of viral web content goes, and it often gets shared to like far right wing places. Of people just being like, "Oh my God, look at this!" Blue haired woke blue sky using loser.
Love blue sky.
and it's awful. Like, our writers get attacked, I'd say decently frequently, just for, I don't know, being women.
Yeah.
Or being like, obviously queer in some capacity, or trans in some ways, and it's like it's shocking and awful, and we try to protect our writers as best we can. But I also always have that knowledge of, that aggression was going somewhere, and if it comes towards us instead of somebody who's discovering themselves for the first time, or a bit more, less sure of themselves, then maybe that's a good thing.
It's amazing that you keep going and you keep doing it, though, because I remember the first time we got comments like that on this show, a negative review on Apple Podcasts, or someone putting awful comments into, I remember, because we interviewed the creator of Queer Quest, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And someone was like, Queer Quest, I thought this was a joke, but apparently it's not. Like, just saying like awful thing. And like in those first few moments, it's like, wow, someone actually really, really hates this. And I think I had someone say to me like, no, that's how you know you're doing the right thing. Yeah. If you're getting the haters, like, go for it.
Well, even like what we're doing now, and you were talking about how you've got like female writers and things like that. Being queer or a woman or a trans person in gaming is subversive, just by like happenstance of the culture that we live in. So yeah, and you were speaking right, which is, we're a little bit more sure of ourselves, we're a bit more developed, we can kind of probably cop it on the chin and take it a bit easier. It's definitely a lot of a nicer thought to think that some young fledgling queer person isn't going to have to deal with some of this rhetoric. They can hear people like you and Davey and I and be like, oh, like, I'm tough, I can make it through, everything's easy.
But just to know as well that, from that story you got at PAX, right? Like, how heartwarming to know that, that maybe there are other people as well who won't come forward like that, who just right now tuning into Checkpoint on a Saturday afternoon or listening to the podcast when it comes out are just like, that's just this little nice, safe space that they have once per week. Aw.
I was about to keep blowing smoke up your ass, but I think I might stop.
Look at the good you do. And it is actually really nice.
I think it is nice. I can only imagine even just like making one person's life a little bit easier. It makes it all kind of worth it. All the hardship, all the strife, like it's all worth it.
So before we get to know a little bit more about you, because we're going to road test something on you in a second, which we want to start doing with guests more often, which is a bit of a like standard questions.
You're welcome.
What does the future hold for Checkpoint?
I mean, you gotta keep going and seeing where the world takes you. Certainly, that's been our objective up until this point, which has been all right. Where does Checkpoint go from here? I mean, you keep expanding, you keep building, you keep recruiting, you keep the message strong. Certainly, you shore up the avenues that you're doing, because if you try to stretch yourself too thin too fast, it's like then you're not doing a good job at the small details, and instead you're trying to focus on too many things at once. I don't know. I can't wait to see where things take us, but I don't know if I have any one goal that I'm clawing at right now, other than just keep trying to be the best versions of ourselves and see who responds to that and what opportunities that opens up.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
No pun intended. It's a joy to listen to every single week. So,
how long were you waiting to do that one, by the way?
Literally the 5 seconds that it popped into my head.
Also, I can't believe you didn't answer that question with, oh, well, we're looking to do a bargain bin gamer section.
Come on. We laid it right up. Doing a bargain bin watch list. Which we forget to do every week.
Which we forget to do as well. Anyway, moving on. Next segment, Davey.
So the next section is going to be something that we try to sort of bring this in when we have guests. I think we did it when we had Jake and Warren on from the Melbourne Gamers. Yeah. I don't think we ever did it again. But I do want to start getting into this habit with guests. And it's a little bit about getting more to know you and your gaming influences. So the first episode Mitch and I ever did together on this show is we talked about what were the top 3 most influential games for us. Like the games that really influenced who we are as gamers. Mine was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Ocarina of Time, and Halo. What were yours?
Mine was Pokemon Emerald, my first ever game. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have it tattooed on my body. And this really like old school, not super old school, but like a niche PlayStation 3 game
2013, babe.
called Remember Me, which is like Don't Nod. I was obsessed with that game for a long time.
I think I've got some answers for you.
Go on then.
I often referenced it as my favorite game ever. I don't know if that's still true, but it's a good answer and people respect it, so I keep saying it. But it's very meaningful to me. It's Portal, the original.
Oh,
love Portal.
Love that.
And I think what Portal did for me was it told its narrative in a way that was super compelling to me. Like in a way that I felt engrossed and captivated by a world and humored by a world that I hadn't found before. And I played it when it was, it's straight out release, right? Like I was quite young when Portal released. I don't remember the exact date, but maybe I can do some research later and bring it back 10 minutes later when everybody's forgotten about the content.
Don't know what you're talking about. Continue.
It meant a lot to me in that moment, whereas it was almost because I played a lot of kind of like more action-oriented games before that, but this game almost introduced like narrative and story to me in a weird way, because I know it's not even a long game. It's not like that in-depth.
Well, because it was almost like an add-on to like Half-Life 2, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it came in the orange box, which is like this.
That's how I played it. Yeah.
How I played it too. That game introduced like a different type of game to me. It was my first puzzle game, my first game that was really well written and scripted and dialogue heavy. Very humorous. The first game that tried to be a comedy game that I had played. So it just introduced a different world to me of what gaming could achieve, I think. Whereas probably prior to that, I just played a lot of games that were just games and great, but they were very gameplay and nothing else.
And can I just say, Still Alive is still the most iconic video game song ever. In fact, I have it like as like a liked song on like one of my music services, and I reckon it comes up at least once or twice a week. Well, I always crank it up. I never skip it.
I was also going to say, as a spoiler for the next episode, I also have Gladys on my honorable mentions for queer characters because she was so sassy and hilarious. And I genuinely was like, you're kind of exceptionally fierce, even though you're trying to kill me.
That's a great first choice, by the way.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Surprised me, but good. Yeah.
I could say Pokemon, but I won't.
Why not?
I could.
Because we talk about it
Hey,
enough.
beep.
I'm going to go more niche for my second. Follows a similar trajectory, i.e. another game that really introduced me to the world of narrative. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I'm getting some weird looks around the room.
I don't know if I know that.
This game
Mitchell's Googling it.
so rough around the edges and so freaking good. They released a sequel recently that was not very good. But anybody who is a Vampire the Masquerade girly like myself,
Oh, is that where that random woman's from?
That random woman.
The little nurse-looking Harley Quinn lady. I've seen that around. Okay.
she runs a nightclub.
Of course she does.
And she this is a spoiler alert. Vampire the Masquerade
For what, a
Bloodlines.
20-year-old game?
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, you've officially passed the mandate for spoilers. You can go.
No, that game really in-depth, lore, narrative heavy. It had a incredible baseline of this tabletop series called World of Darkness that it built itself on, but it meant it came in with all of this incredible scripting and lore and world building that the game just flourished in. It is one of the most engaging titles I've ever played, from just I want to know about this world that I'm in. I want to understand everything around me better, the politics of it, the world that is, up against you, but also you can find ways to make it work for you. It's a really, really cool game. I still think it holds up, but maybe because I'm just looking at it with...
Have you played it recently?
I replay that game
Okay.
once every 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I played it maybe 6 times now.
That's niche. I love
Yeah.
when we get a niche one. I'm going to have to look it up.
I'm
A couple
writing
of-
these down if you don't mind, so that I can look them up later. Because I'm interested.
know
Obviously,
Portal.
I know I played on Portal, but I've never heard of Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines Deluxe Edition. I don't know what that is. Whatever that means.
Deluxe Game of the Year.
The Game of the Year edition.
Have you got a third one for us?
Yeah, well, okay, so I've definitely leaned heavily into more narrative games, so I'll go the opposite end. I think probably still the game that I have the most amount of hours ever logged in, I'm guessing, was Counter-Strike Source.
Are you a Counter-Strike person?
I didn't strike you as a
Yeah.
Counter-Strike kind of guy.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I got so into that game that I was down rabbit holes of server hosting and map creation and weird mods that nobody's ever heard of, and communities of people that formed around certain in-game mods and gameplay modes that were all fan-made. I remember, I mean, it was the game I played throughout all of high school, right? Like other people were playing World of Warcraft or whatever, but for whatever reason, that is what sunk in with me, and it's where I started developing online friendships and really had that sense of, oh, I know these people. I'm logging in and seeing the same people day in, day out, jumping on servers, having fun. And it really started allowing me to stretch my own creativity as well, which I do think fully shaped me to this day, in that, it wasn't enough to see what other people had created, but I just needed to be a driving force within that scene as well. And yeah, I think for that reason, Counter-Strike Source was a huge influence for me.
There's something to be said about the communities around games from that era. Like games like Counter-Strike, and even the old school WoW players and all that from the mid 2000s. It was such a different time for online gaming. I mean, I never got into Counter-Strike, but I always feel like I kind of even hearing you talk about it, I feel like I missed out on something.
Yeah. I was just thinking the exact same thing. I was damn, I want to have a fun little thing around a mod.
None of it made, in hindsight, none of it made sense, right? They had
It didn't need to.
communities around exploiting
Mhm.
the game system to achieve stuff that was never supposed to be achieved in different movement actions. This is where terms like bunny hopping came from, or surfing, which is just different ways to interact with the game that was never coded in or intended to be utilized. And then people saw those glitches essentially, or exploits, and they were like, okay, well, how do we turn this into a movement
Yeah.
so that people aren't just loading up this game to shoot each other, but maybe they are spending, an hour surfing around a map trying to get to the end without the guns don't even mean anything.
Really squeezing every drop out of that game as well. Like you
Well, they
making
made it their
games within
own,
games.
right?
Yeah, that's really interesting.
That was the brilliant thing about like that era. Like is like it was people felt like they had some kind of like skin in the game when it came to it, right? Like it, no pun intended, but like literally, like you had that ownership of it. Like it was your game. The developers kind of did their thing, put it out, maybe serviced it, updated it every now and then, but everything it was what you and the community made it. There you go. So there we go. So we got 3 games there. So we had Portal, we had, and I'm just gonna Vampire.
I wrote it down.
I see you put it in the script. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So we've got some
Podcasting
and Counter-Strike. So we're very like it's the mid 2000s. So was that kind of like your coming of age of gaming was in the mid 2000s?
Yeah, that's kind of when it kicked off. And it was PC gaming, right? Like that. You'll probably notice that in my trend as well. I think I got Steam because of the orange box, and that's when like my world exploded, and I was like, okay, this is this is my life now. I am a gamer.
So the next question on the list, and the last, there's only 2. What is the most shameful game on your pile of shame?
As in a game I haven't played?
A game you haven't finished.
Oh, but started? Oh god, so many.
Yeah.
What's the worst?
What's like the worst that you like really like?
Probably multiple Mass Effect games.
Oh, you're not finished any of them.
Not finished any of them.
What?
Oh my
I
god.
do think I've started all of them. Actually, I'll make this one stage worse. I think every BioWare game I've never finished. That includes all the Dragon Age games.
How have you not played through Dragon Age?
No, he hasn't finished them.
Oh no, but like that's the best part when you finish them.
I mean, they do take a long time.
They take a long time. At some point throughout, I feel bogged down by some narrative beat that I'm not gelling
Oh,
with.
they lose steam or something.
And I believe everybody around me. Everybody says those games are incredible, and I believe you. It just didn't work for me.
I mean, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan.
I believe you.
And I did nothing but play those games until I 100% at each and every single one. But
Yeah. It's just there's something about those games that I would often enjoy and then go, I've had enough.
oh yeah, and once you're out, you're out.
Once you're out.
Yeah, yeah.
Shamefully, I'm not even sure if I made it to 50% of those games.
Oh, yeah, but it sounds like it's the BioWare games specifically. Like, is it?
Something about BioWare games
Yeah.
that don't work for me.
I understand kind of what you're saying, where they kind of get those narrative beats. Maybe in the middle, they kind of pattern it out a little bit. I understand what you mean, because
Yeah, I don't know, because I can't even point to like an example. It's not like I can be like, this line of dialogue, this character, or this story. And no, not really. I just think I eventually lost steam with it, which is interesting because I don't always do that. I tend to finish the games I play,
Yeah.
but maybe something to do with the length or the gameplay systems or the something.
or maybe
Yeah.
you're just a hater, Elliot, the hater.
You've taken umbrage with this, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I'm a big
like,
Dragon Age fan, and I like Mass Effect. Excuse you. Excuse your mouth.
Well, there you go. I mean, we just learned a lot more about you through that, and
Some pretty shameful stuff, let me tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that you hate BioWare, and they're never going to fly you anywhere. No.
Because they are listening, obviously.
To wrap us up, we are going to do the release radar. So this episode will come out on the 12th of May. And as we are on a fortnightly release schedule, we're going to do a quick run through of all the games coming out in that fortnight. If you've got anything to say about them, say it now or forever hold your peace, because I don't know what half of them are.
Objection.
First one coming up on May 12th on the Nintendo Switch 2 is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Did anyone play this on any of the... I'm seeing shaking heads.
I don't even like Indiana Jones. I don't like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is like a thing I don't get, because I also like don't get like Lord of the Rings. Like I just don't get
I'm kind of the
it. Like,
same. See, I preferred like The Mummy. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser was a bit more my speed than Indiana Jones.
So I played a bit of this game on Xbox back in the day when I had Xbox Game Pass and an Xbox, which I sold because my husband made me if I wanted to get the Switch 2 because I couldn't have a Switch 2, an Xbox, and a PS5.
I don't know, he married him though.
But, look, cool. It's coming out on the Switch too, I guess.
Glowing review.
Yeah, we'll see. Directive 8020. No idea.
Might have
Please.
to speed round
This,
some
I
of
was
these.
gonna
So we don't
say,
know.
this is like when we did this on Checkpoint, we had videos in front of us showing us what was going on. Clockwork Ambrosia coming out on May 12th. Don't know. Outbound, Darklight, Survivor, Subnautica 2.
Big fan of Subnautica.
I don't know Subnautica, but it's like
You don't know Subnautica?
I mean I know it, but I never played it. It's coming early access on May 14th.
Tell you is the original Subnautica. I could have easily put on that list of
yeah.
three
I love
yeah.
the original Subnautica. I've played that game so much.
unbelievably good.
What's it about?
You're trying to escape a water planet. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Go play it.
Elliot's about to like storm out of the Bulldog.
Subnautica to me made me realize that those games can, number one, have an incredible narrative,
Mm.
and number two, constantly shock, surprise, and scare you.
Yeah, it's quite a spooky game.
Okay, and its rubbish sequel is potentially
Well,
coming.
apparently, King Elliot, hot off the press, everyone. Well, it's been coming out for like a million years. I feel like Subnautica 2's been coming out for like a decade.
Rugrats Retro Rewind on May 14th on the Switch. So it's like all
Game
of
of
the
the year.
PS1 era games of Rugrats. Did you ever watch Rugrats?
I played there was an old Rugrat. I mean, yes, I watched the show.
Yeah.
It was an old. I don't remember the name, but there was a Rugrats board game, video game.
Oh wow.
remember-
Oh, like a Mario Party type
Like a
thing.
Mario Party style game.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed as a kid.
Oh,
There you go.
you're like, that's all I have to add to that conversation. Forza Horizon 6. Anyone play the Forza games?
Yeah.
You play Forza?
Love Forza.
You play
Okay.
car games?
Only Forza.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You play Mario Kart, I'm sure.
Mario Kart's barely a car game.
Exactly. Forza is just this.
Oh, we're throwing shells in Forza 6, are we?
They have like battle royale modes. They have open world stuff. It is the most. Just go out and have fun and do stupid stuff.
Oh, that's
kind of
cute.
car game.
I thought it took itself kind of seriously. See, I'm kind of like car game racist. They're all kind of the same thing to me. I can't tell the difference between them,
Wow.
unfortunately.
Try a Horizon game because I'm not a car guy, right? I really am not. But those games made me go, oh no,
They're fun?
these are really good. Yeah.
Okay. There is a remaster of Darksiders coming
Big
out.
fan of that.
Yeah, I played the original and loved it. So
I
War
love the
Master
original.
Edition. That's coming out on May 19th. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book on the 21st of May, which is actually people who've played it saying good things. Bubsy 4D. Bubsy. Why do they keep trying to make Bubsy a thing? Bubsy wasn't a thing even when
even
Bubsy
know
was
what
a
it is.
thing.
Don't even
It
know
was
what it
like,
is.
we're talking like 90s 16-bit platformer. First few games weren't too bad.
Why does he kind of look like a Garfield, like fake?
Because
mate?
in the 90s, like every like to make a big platform franchise, it had to be this like iconic kind of, or not iconic, but
Sly
yeah.
Cooper, Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, exactly.
Ratchet and
You
Clank.
had Cool Spot, you had Sonic,
Yeah.
you had Mario, all that kind of stuff. And the first few games of Bubsy were good, and then they made Bubsy 3D on the PlayStation. And whoa! Lego Batman, we've already spoken about. Tales of Arise, Beyond the Dawn Edition, cool. And Paralives coming out May 25 in early access. No?
I think people are very excited about Paralives.
No?
Yeah, I'm cautious because there's been a lot of games trying to do Sims like.
Is it like the Temtems to Pokemon? Is it like
Kinda.
Yeah, okay.
But we won't know until it releases, right? And also, any game that releases into early access always makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, and before we go,
Yes, I thought you
before
were
we
gonna
wrap
miss it.
up,
I'm glad you
we
didn't.
got to just a couple things worth noting.
Bulldog, don't kick us out.
In the last 24 hours, the Star Fox 64 remake. Have we? I was so excited.
It looks so ugly.
Okay. Star Fox McCloud looks.
Before we go
What
into
the hell?
before we go into your nostalgia, because you care about it, I've never played the game, so I don't know. I know him as a Smash Bros. Character. We just watched the Mario movie, and he
Yeah.
looked perfect. Why did they change him?
But we literally.
he looked perfect. He was hot. Oop.
We literally came into this studio immediately after watching the movie, and we're like, Fox McCloud, why? And we're like, oh, Smash Brothers movie, when? And then I was
what
like,
we thought.
oh, maybe there's a new Star Fox game coming out, and we're getting. I think it's like the 4th remake of Star Fox
Yeah.
64, and I don't care. I'll buy it.
You're
and
gonna
play it. I love Star.
I've never played it.
Or Lilac Wars, as it was called when I played it. Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, it was
There
called
you go.
Lilac Wars in Australia. Yeah.
You ever play Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube?
Oh yeah, which was originally Dinosaur Planet. I
Yeah.
loved that game. Loved that.
So easy to dunk on, but it's genuinely really good.
It's so it shouldn't be Star Fox, but like it makes no sense that it is. But I'm excited. That's coming out, and it's like literally they announced it in a Nintendo Direct this week, and it's going to be like next month.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
We'll have to play it. I want to give it a try. I hope they change up the art style. I've been seeing people bullying them
Oh my god!
online
Episode
about
where I
changing the
make you
eyes.
play the original and the new one.
Oh, I'd love to.
There it is.
Done. But tune in.
Last bit of news: gaming magazines or the gaming websites, spelled GAYMING. Their 2026 award nominees have been revealed, and you will be excited that Fan,
Yes.
PHAUN, your favorite streamer, Mitchell,
Favorite queer streamer. In fact, my
is
only
nominated for
streamer.
Content Creator of the Year.
I'm so excited for them. I will be voting if there is voting for me to do.
That's cool. I was very excited.
Well,
to see
I think they deserve it. They've been doing like some really, really good work. And, you know, as a really outspoken queer gender non-conforming person, they put themselves in the limelight a lot. And they put a lot of work and time and effort into making like a really great community. Yeah, I will be voting for them. They have my vote.
Yep. Hades 2 fan favorite award fan favorite for us is up for Game of the Year.
Love.
And Bargain Bin Gamer is overlooked yet again for community impact of the
Constantly snubbed by the Academy. Honestly, when are they going to wake up?
I know, exactly. Like, listen to our tens of listeners that like Well, that's pretty much it. Elliot, thank you so much. It's been so much. It's actually been so much fun.
A blast.
I mean, I normally just have to sit here and talk to him.
How dare you? Usually far more drunk as well. aren't you?
Yeah, yes, I know. He literally texted me today. Oh my god, we shouldn't drink too much. We've got a guest. And I was like, Elliot's really excited to come to the pub with us.
He was like, oh, Elliot's coming and drink before. I was like, oh, perfect.
So for those who don't know, when, where, how can they catch up with what's going on Checkpoint?
Yeah. So if you're, here in Melbourne and you want to listen to us live, then you can adjust your dials. Nobody is ever going to say this ever again. 94.9 on the FM dial. Oh my god, it sounds so old. Fucking Checkpoint is weird. Most people just say, go to my website. And we're here on like...
Turn your dial.
Yeah, exactly.
The Hindenburg has crashed.
Joy 94.9.
I love it. Yes. You can find us at checkpointgaming.net, or if you want to find our podcast, which is usually the easiest way to listen to us, would be joy.org.au/checkpoint.
Nice. Well, there you go. And look, I mean, if you're listening to us, you've surely heard Checkpoint before. They are the best.
If not, get out from under a rock.
They are the pioneers of queer audio here in this country, and love the reviews on the website too. So thank you very much. What have we got coming up? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Well, we've got 2 episodes coming up. We've got icons of
course,
queer,
the icons.
Iconic queer characters in
Queer
gaming.
characters and queer adjacent, of course.
And we've also got an interview coming up with Connor and Nick,
That's
the Nintendo couple. So this is an Instagram gamer couple.
Ooh.
And
We're
from the
getting in
States.
touch with the youth. We're spreading out to Instagram.
Yeah, so
obviously.
two young gay guys, couple have come together. They've created like this, and all their content is just them in their gamer room doing Nintendo
Very
shit together. Total cuties. Can't wait to meet them, and they're super excited to come on. And we're going to be talking to them soon virtually. They are in the States, so keep an eye out for that. New Bargain Bin Gamers comes out every Tuesday morning, sometimes every second Tuesday, especially if Mitchell's sick.
I'm sorry that I'm dying of the plague. I know. Sorry that I die.
Yeah.
Don't start with me.
So until next time, I've been Davey.
And I've been Mitch.
And I've been Elliot.
And we've been
the Bargain Bin Gamers.
Nailed it.
One time only.